What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to be starting off with this first video. President Trump may not attend Don Jr.'s wedding, saying it's not good timing for him. Then we have an interesting video titled, Trump makes more than 3,600 stock trades in the first quarter of the year, which I didn't realize that the president was able to trade stock, but apparently there's no laws against it. Then we have a video titled, U.S. arrests sister of Cuban military conglomerate chief. Kind of seems like we're focusing on Cuba right now. And then we have a video that everybody's talking about, so we might as well cover it too. There's some Fox video with Robert Howard as a guest on the episode, or whatever you want to call it. And there's some sort of weird shadow stuff here on his neck, and everybody says it's a CIA mask, or it's lizard people, or it's just bad lighting on the set. I don't know, but I figured we might as well cover it because everybody else is. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Colty and it's titled, Girls Are Gross. Then getting back into the news, we have a video titled, Charges Dismissed Against Trinidad Water Protesters. It's an interesting video because these people were arrested for free speech, and it's just an interesting story altogether, really. Then we have a video titled, Tulsi Gabbard resigning to care for her sick husband. Now, I thought she was already being repositioned, but it seems like she's going home. Then we have a video that is titled, Influencer Charged with Alleged Plot to Murder Singer in L.A. I don't know why they worded it like that. She's trying to kill her kid's dad so she don't have to go to court for custody. That's what they should have named the bullshit. Anyways, last little bit of the news, reactions to the UFO files. Do you believe in aliens? It's a street interview video. It's the closest thing we have to lefties losing it. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We do not have an advent calendar right this moment. I have to go through everything and see what we will be doing next. But we do got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Russell and it's titled Prostitute. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Colty and it's titled Winning the Argument but Losing the Fight. All of that's coming up next. But first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Zero? What's up, Snooks? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Colty? And what's up, Wrench? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate everything you do for us, Snooks. What's up, Thormac? Happy freedom to you. Wrench, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Colty, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wrangle? Happy freedom. What's up, Pickles? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans, welcome. Hit that like button over on Rumble. See if you can get us back on the front page. We were having issues with Rumble earlier. I don't know why. We're using Rumble Studio, but Rumble was like struggling to go live. What is up, everyone, over on YouTube? Agent O, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. Right Mind, happy freedom to you. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. What's up, Blue Crow? What's up, Slide Dog? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Slide Dog, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone, over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone, over on Twitch? What's up, Sandra's Library? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on Blaze? And what is up, everyone, over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this first video. President Trump may not be attending Don Jr.'s wedding, saying it's not a good time for him, which is unfortunate. Hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Well, in case you haven't heard, there is a big Trump wedding happening this weekend. Donald Jr. is getting married reportedly in the Bahamas, but the father of the groom might be missing.
Are you attending your son's wedding this weekend, by the way?
He'd like me to go, but it's going to be just a small little private affair, and I'm going to try and make it. I'm in the midst. I said, you know, this is not good timing for me. I have a thing called Iran and other things. That's one I can't win on. If I do attend, I get killed. If I don't attend, I get killed. By the fake news, of course, I'm talking about. No, but he's got a very a person who I've known for a long time, and hopefully they're going to have a great marriage.
a person I've known for a long time. And just to be clear here, it's not exactly clear whether Trump was referring to his son or soon-to-be daughter-in-law there. And sure, it's bad optics to jet off to a wedding in the middle of a war you chose to start, but the optics have never been Trump's thing, given that he has played over a dozen rounds of golf since he decided to start that war with Iran.
All right. Soft-ass news covering that. Oh, Klaus, Jesus Christ loves all of us. They're saying Don Jr. is getting married in the Bahamas. President Trump saying that he's not sure if he's going to be able to attend because of all the important stuff going on, like the war on Iran. Fake news, trying to smear President Trump instead of just talking about the wedding. Do you hooligans think that President Trump should attend the wedding, or should he stay in D.C. and just keep working? We're going to get right into this next one. President Trump makes more than 3,600 stock trades so far this year, which is kind of controversial because people on Capitol Hill really shouldn't be trading stock. I never really thought about the president doing it. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Have you heard about President Trump's stock trades? Well, with so much going on in the world today, it's easy to understand if you may have missed it. In just the first quarter of this year, President Trump made 3,600 plus trades. That's both purchases and sales of stocks. That is a lot, and many of those trades include companies, as the Associated Press puts it, whose profits have been directly impacted by his decisions as the head of the government. This all comes from a report that the president filed with a federal ethics agency. The trades included as much as $6 million in NVIDIA stock. And again, President Trump last year, he approved the sale of NVIDIA chips, their advanced chips that are used in AI products, to China. Also in the president's portfolio, Apple, Boeing, and Tesla. And you might remember the CEOs for those companies, along with the CEO for NVIDIA. They all joined President Trump on his recent trip to China. So you might be asking, is this legal? Well, the answer is yes. While federal law bans federal employees from holding assets that they would directly impact with their work, that law does not apply to the President of the United States of America. The report I mentioned is more than 100 pages long and depicts more than $100 million worth of various transactions. Again, this was all in a report filed by President Trump to a federal ethics agency. And those 3,600 plus trades, that would be about 50 trades for every day that the stock market was open. And some people out there will say, but his money's in a blind trust. That's not accurate. It's in a revocable trust. He has transparency on it, and he can buy and sell stocks, as we see in this report that he just filed.
All right. Interesting. Well, they're saying all that is legal. I never really thought about it. They're saying that President Trump has made more than 3,600 trades so far this year. There are laws preventing lawmakers from holding stock directly affected by their work, but it does not apply to the president. You hooligans think that the president should be able to trade stock. I wonder how much stock did old man Walter trade? How much stock did Obama trade? I didn't even think of that. Anyways, next up, U.S. arrests sister of Cuban military conglomerate chief. Like I said, it seems like we're focusing on Cuba all of a sudden. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump potentially not attending Don Jr.'s wedding, as well as making quite a bit off the stock market. Russell, I'd want to consummate the marriage on the Truman balcony. Then you get indecent exposure, and then you're a sex offender the rest of your life. I don't even know why people leave the house at this point. It's like there's so many laws. That's all I think about when I leave the house is like, how can you avoid breaking the law? Zero, Trump did not make the trades himself. He did it for America. It's America's stock portfolio. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works. But either way, there's no laws against it. I don't think that they should be allowed to trade stock because, like I said, how much money did old man Walter make? Or how much money did Obama make doing that stuff? I don't think they should be allowed to do that. And I don't even understand why they would be able to if they can't even have businesses? Like when President Trump first became president the first time, he had to forfeit all of his businesses, and that's why his sons all took over. So he can't run a business, but he can trade stock. That doesn't make any sense. Nobody on Capitol Hill should be allowed to trade stock while they're in office. Russell, he should got married at the White House. I mean, you know, it's definitely an option. Could have did that. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Thormac is Don Jr.'s third wedding. Skip this one and be sure to catch number 4. I didn't realize he's been married 3 times. Sly Dog, Trump has a portfolio manager. Yeah, I'm sure he does. I highly doubt he's actually like making the trades. I'm sure he has somebody that's watching it. They probably have AI doing it at this point. Pickles got to be a security threat. I was kind of thinking that too. There must be some other reason that President Trump's considering not going to the Bahamas for the wedding. Because it just seems like being busy. I mean, he's always busy. There's always something going on. So it makes me feel like there must be some other reason why he may not attend. I think he should attend. Why not? It's his kid's wedding. I keep wanting to say funeral. Same difference. What's up, Log? Happy freedom to you. Been to one wedding, been to them all. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what they're serving for food. One time I went to a wedding where they had a burger buffet. I've never been to anything so magnificent. That's the only reason I'd go to another wedding, is just in case they had another burger buffet. Having an open bar is great and all. I've been to a couple of them where they got free Crown Royal and stuff, and that's, you know, that's great, but nothing beats the burger buffet. I don't know. I like dressing up too, so I like getting all dressed up and then just eating free food. It's hard to beat that. Snooks, you don't like going to weddings? Why not? I wouldn't want to participate in a wedding. Log, security reasons? Yeah, I think so. Side Dog. That many trades is likely automated in a full-time job for at least one manager. Yeah. Well, and like I said, they got like bot traders and stuff now, so you can say how you want the highs and lows to go, and if the market hits one or the other threshold, then it'll automatically sell or automatically buy. And he most likely has enough money in his account to where he can qualify for day trading and stuff, because it's highly regulated. But I don't know. I didn't even know they could do it. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom to you. Jeff wants to go to the wedding with the nacho cheese fountain and unlimited biltong. That's right. That is absolutely correct there. That is not fake news. What's up, Lenny? Happy freedom to you. Agent O, laws do not apply to Congress either. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Everybody on Capitol Hill, I don't think, should be able to do stock at all. Because everything all of them do affects all of that. Even them just speaking. They don't even have to pass a law or anything. They can just go out and have somebody stick a camera in their face and make a statement by some public company, and it's going to affect the stock market. What's up, Mike Ingles? Happy freedom to you if I can get you all ready. Sanchez Library, you think he should attend the wedding? Yeah, I think he should too. I really think there's something in the background happening though, because I feel like being busy, I don't know, just doesn't seem like President Trump to be like, well, I'm too busy for it. I don't know. Zero, the last wedding we went to had 2 food trucks. One was Mexican food and the other one was burgers, and it was cool. The wedding was in a barn. That sounds fun. 10-man weddings are cool as long as it's not mine. Yeah, 10-man. I hear you. Snooks, I don't believe in marriage. Well, to each their own. Russell, weddings are fun. I think so. I had to host a wedding the last time I was at a wedding. I was the DJ and I was the announcer. It was fine. It was a long time ago now that I think about it. Probably like 8 years ago. I got paid in beer, and that was okay. Culty Biltong's the best. It is. Part of my diet. Slide Dog talking about limit orders, 25K minimum balance to qualify for day trading. Yeah, I know somebody that was trying to do day trading and all of that, and they were kind of obsessed with it for a while. So they were constantly texting me and hitting me up, like calling me and stuff, telling me about it. When we were all in the lockdowns, that's what they were doing. And so I had to hear all about it, but that was then. Things are different now. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom to you. Russell, I went to a wedding where the bride and the groom were on horseback. I've never been to a wedding like that. Never been to a wedding where there was horses. Alright, hooligans, moving forward. Like I said, U.S. arrests sister of Cuban military conglomerate chief. Seems like we're cracking down on Cuba. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. I had to Google a bunch of stuff because I didn't know what the hell they were talking about because I don't know anything about Cuba. Come on, dude thing. Load. There we go. Alright, hooligans, hit that like button and let's get into this.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio said on Thursday that the U.S. had arrested Adisla Tres Morera, the sister of the executive president of Cuba's GAESA, a sprawling conglomerate of military-run businesses. In a post on X, Rubio said that, quote, Morera was managing real estate assets and living in Florida, while also aiding Havana's communist regime. That's until he, quote, terminated her permanent resident status. In a separate statement, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement said Morera was now in their custody pending removal proceedings. It said Morera's presence poses a threat to the U.S. and undermines American foreign policy interests. ICE posted this photo, which they said was of her arrest. Reuters could not independently verify the date, location, or identity of the detained person. Cuba's leadership rarely talks publicly about GAESA, which stands for Grupo de Administración Empresarial, or Business Administration Group. It says that such discretion is necessary to confront a U.S. trade and financial blockade that complicates business with the outside world. However, the Trump administration has accused the conglomerate of hoarding profits from the country's most valuable industries and using them for the benefit of the military and the Cuban elite. Reuters was not able to immediately reach out to representatives of Morera for comment.
Okay. So they're saying that the U.S. has arrested the sister of the executive president of GAESA, which is a Cuban military-controlled conglomerate, which still don't even really know what that is, but either way, it's Cuba's problem. She was living in Florida, but was helping the Cuba communist regime. So she was living here, but then working against us. What a bitch. We terminated her legal status here for helping Cuba remain a threat to us. They're not bringing criminal charges. They're just focused on deporting her. And it seems like that kind of has been the case lately. Like when we covered this story about the Disney cruise ships and they were arresting those pedos with inappropriate children content, they weren't even pressing charges on them. They were just deporting them. And as far as I know, they're already gone, and that story's gone with them. Nobody's talked about that at all. There hasn't been any spotlight on that, and now people have forgotten that that even happened. And this woman, same thing. They're just going to get her out of here. They're not going to charge her with anything. Also, I heard that they're doing something. They're like trying to throw out the case against that poor father from Maryland. That drives me nuts. That drives me nuts big time because he was already in CCOT out in El Salvador. He was never supposed to come back. And then we did bring him back, but we brought him back so we could prosecute him on the human trafficking. Now a judge is about to throw that out, which it hardly even matters because we've already let him out of custody and he's back in Maryland just pretending to be one of us. So now they're going to drop the charges? Well, then what did we do any of that for then? It was all a giant psyop to pretend that we were going to crack down on MS-13 women beating human traffickers and send them to CCOT. No, it was all for show. It's all for show. And that even includes the Democrat that went down there and was drinking margaritas on the clock going and visiting him. It's all a fucking mess. It really is. I don't know. I don't think shit gets done around here. Anyways, next up, we're going to go ahead and hop right into this video. We're not going to watch the whole thing, although we could. Everybody's talking about this goofiness here. And like I said, I figured we could too. We could even play this full screen so you guys can take a gander. Now, as you can see, this guy up here, this is Robert Howard, whoever that is. And he's got this weird shadow thing where his collarbones are supposed to be. Now, the entire internet is talking about this stupid video. And it's controversial. Some people are experts in lighting in studios. So they're trying to say, no, this is just a shadow that's cast by too many lights being in the area. Other people are saying that this guy doesn't even look like he normally does, and that they're convinced that this is one of those CIA masks. We went through this with Hyena Harris during one of the presidential address, or whatever, it was Address the Nation kind of thing with old man Walter. Hyena Harris was in the background. Her throat was looking all extra strange and stuff. So we're going to play a little bit of this. This is the actual video. This isn't like somebody reviewing it. This is the real deal here that everybody's very suspicious of. And I want you to look closely and determine, do you think that he's actually wearing a mask, or is it just shadows, or do you think that this guy looks like he normally does? Because supposedly he's got like a mole or something on his face that is not present in this video. Some people also say that his eyes are a different color. I don't know. I don't know anything about Robert Howard, but either way, like I said, everybody else is talking about it, so we might as well too. So we're going to play a little bit of this video and go ahead and take a gander at his neck, make your determination, and write it in the chat.
Caveat: patience may be a little short of the real objective here. The president has time on his hands. He controls the narrative, he controls the strike capabilities, and he knows that the policy he set with the blockade has had short-term and long-term effects on the regime and the people of Iran. So he's been very astute in leveraging that time. And so I don't see it as negotiations. It really is capitulation. The president's made it very clear. You will not have a nuclear weapon. You will not have the material. Surrender that. And you will ensure that the Straits of Hormuz are open to free commerce, that you have no claims for surcharge or approving. Those two things are irreversibly, and the president knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense, he controls the narrative and when he would strike. I'd also say that patience and the request from Saudi, Qatar, UAE may be more also religious at the moment. You're in the middle of Hajj. You have millions of Muslims in Saudi doing their annual Hajj at the end of this month, and that includes 30,000 Iranians. And so that plays into the calculus. Do you want to strike during Hajj, which is a very sacred Muslim month-end activity, followed by Eid al-Adha? So both of those things are the time equation, and that's what the president controls most. So he can take his time, let the blockade and the economic sanctions continue to erode.
Okay, so like I said, I don't know anything about Robert Howard or any of that, but here's a video of him being interviewed a month ago. And this is what he looks like here. So let's see if we can throw this side by side. No shit. Maybe, hold on. Oh, am I not going to be able to talk now too? Today is kicking my ass. It's a little hard to tell like this. Maybe we can do something funny. I mean, he does look different between these two videos. Look at the difference in his ears. His ears are a lot bigger on this video on the right here. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's sitting in front of a better camera. Maybe he's got more makeup on the left. Let's see him talk in this video on the right. The one on the right is from a month ago. This one on the left that we were just watching is from 3 days ago. So let's see him do some talking and whatnot in this video from a month ago, and we'll compare it.
Somewhat ineffective, that threat remains a concern, especially for the ships going through the Straits of Hormuz. So I think the president's clearly articulated that the desire to finish both those, their ability to launch missiles and open up the Straits of Hormuz, will indicate the end of this, regardless of where the Iranians are in their negotiations. And as we all know, their negotiations has always been a ploy to give them more time. And so the time challenge and dilemma here is eradicating the final missiles, getting the straits open, but that signifies the end to the regime. And the regime, the closer we get to that point, the more they'll be willing to give on the negotiations. And we're seeing that play out real time, as you just illustrated here on your network.
It's also interesting that he's almost saying the same exact, it's almost like word for word, the same exact statements a month later. I mean, there's reasons behind that, but he does look a little different between the two clips here. The one that we just played that's a month old, he's got some sort of like scarring or something around his eye socket on the left side that's not showing up on the video from 3 days ago. Apparently, he doesn't have an Adam's apple. Somebody pointed that out in the chat, that it looks like he doesn't have an Adam's apple in the suspicious video, but he doesn't really have one in either video. I don't know what that's from. Not at all. His ears look different though, and his eyes look different. Look how different his eyes look. Like, it's a pretty big difference. His eyes almost look brown in the video on the left. I don't know. He also looks quite a bit different in weight. He looks like he gained weight in the video from 3 days ago, which maybe he did. A month went by, but I don't know. Everybody's talking about this. I don't really having an opinion on it. I was more curious on what you hooligans think. Either way, that's Robert Howard. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he gets replaced like Kanye. I don't know, we'll see. Either way, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Colty, and it's titled Girls Are Gross. It's coming up next, but first we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about us arresting the sister of Cuban military conglomerate, the GAESA, as well as this suspicious Robert Howard mask potential situation that we're looking at right there. 10-man, no eyebrows on the left. Oh, I didn't even think of that. And I already removed the damn clips. Interesting. With AI, who knows? Yeah. Zero, the eye shape looked different. Space in between them. Different colors. Yeah. 10-man's weird looking. I think so. Snook's very creepy. Colty, it's just a really shitty mask and an imposter. It could be. Colty, listen to the way he's lisping. Yeah. His voice doesn't sound the same between the two videos, but it's so hard to tell because different cameras, different mics, different lighting can cause a lot of these issues, so it's kind of hard to tell. 10-man, or he was a burn victim. I mean, I don't know. I think he's just getting old, but he's really cleaned up. It's hard to tell. He doesn't have a lot of identifying markers, but like I said, around his one eye, he had like scarring or something, and the more he, I don't know, scrunched his face up, it was more prominent. And in that video on the left, he didn't have any of that at all. Snooks, you think it's a mask? Bill Clay, video game glitch. I thought maybe it was a glitch, but the problem is when he's talking, it's almost like his neck is talking as well. And with that much movement, there would be some sort of pixelation or something because it's a moving graphic. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Angry guy, Jeff looks different from last week. Question everything, I guess. Bill Clay holding the neck from smoking. That's almost what it looks like. Dormac, it's obviously a shadow cast from the mask he's wearing. That could be. Sled Doggy's a lizard man. He might be getting replaced by a lizard person. That's too bad. Wrangle. Might be gills. He's trying to cover him up. Sled dog. Detachable head. Like a crash dummy. Bill Clay, you were a DJ? Was your name DJ Jazzy Jeff? No, it was not. I was helping somebody out that I was working with. They needed a DJ, and I did it for beer. Colty, I saw a video where they zoomed in on his neck. You could literally see the neck underneath moving. The mask, let's see, and the mask not moving. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I went and got the actual video, because I've seen a lot of people talking about it and doing that kind of stuff, zooming in and whatever. And it's hard to tell because AI is so tricky now that people can, and I've seen this a lot. I see people do this with Democrat stuff a lot because nobody pays attention to the bad talk about Trump because they've been doing it so much. But I seen somebody post a video about Hyena Harris, and they had her picture on one side and they had it zoomed in on the other side of the screen, and both images were edited by AI. But it was deceitful because you would assume that the full size picture was the original, and that when you're zoomed in on the left side or on the other side of the screen, that there was potential that it could have been edited. But in all reality, they actually edited both photos. So when you were looking at the zoomed in one, it was more believable. And so, I don't know, there's so much deceitfulness that I don't really know what to think about any of it. Zero, the normies are talking about it. It's great news. The CIA mask thing is real. Well, the CIA mask thing has already been mainstream for a while. The problem is, a lot of people are saying in the comments of these videos, similar, they're saying like it's good that the normies are noticing this, but what they're saying is the next step. Why would they want the normies to know this? It wasn't a slip. It was happening on Fox News. They would have shut it off. They wouldn't have let him talk for a whole 10 minutes or whatever it was. They would have cut him off for one reason or another, said that there was mic problems or something like that. So it seems that they intentionally wanted the public to talk about it. Not only are people talking about it, but it's like extremely viral right now. Like I can't even be on social media because literally every other video is this. And it's on all platforms. It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on X, it's everywhere. It's on Truth Social, it's even on, what is the Pickaxe? It's on Pickaxe. I mean, it's everywhere. So it seems like it didn't just go viral. It seems like it's being pushed. Like it's almost a distraction. And so why would they want the normies to be in the know about these kind of deceitful masks? So I don't know. But like I said, everybody's talking about it, so I figured we should too. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. It's on Grindr. I know. I was waiting for Get Some to confirm it, but yeah. Right, mind. Klaus is so neutral on the mask, man. Yeah, we cover a lot of news over here. It's hard to get us riled up. What's up, Daywalker? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Addie Walker? Happy freedom. Sly Dog, I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta lie. That's what I gotta do. I gotta stop being so honest with everybody. That's what's pushing people away, is my honesty. I need to lie like everybody else, like Crowder and them. Tell everybody what they want to hear. It's good for business. I don't have it in me to do that. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Culty. Come on. Alright, there we go. And it's titled, Girls Are Gross.
Wait, what did you say?
Sometimes I fart from my butt and it goes to my bits.
Like it rolls to the front?
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens to me too sometimes.
That's so funny. It just happened like right this second.
Wait, what did you say?
You girls are gross. Talk about farting on your hoo-has and stuff. You guys, come on now. Anyways, getting back to the news here. Charges dismissed against Trinidad water protesters. These people who apparently either live or they're near Trinidad, Texas, which I've never even heard of that place, but somewhere here in America, in Texas, they have awful water there, and it seems to be even worse than Flint, which is crazy. So they were blowing the whistle on it, saying that water quality is not very good. Well, the sheriff's department didn't like that, and they went and arrested these people for it, which is super crazy. I hope they sue the piss out of them and make a ton of money, because at this point I just feel like police in court is government overreach because they don't do anything useful. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. Oh, now my window's all messed up. There we go. Come on, load up so we can see how these people got arrested for free speech. Now, what I really enjoy about this is the person who was arrested for posting on Facebook, because they said that it's a felony false alarm because what they posted caused fear. So I feel like every time the Democrats open their mouth, they should be arrested for felony false alarm, because I didn't even know that was a thing. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
New developments now on a story we broke last night here on Fox 4. A grand jury has declined to indict a woman arrested over a Facebook post about water issues in a North Texas city.
So this is happening in Trinidad. It's in Henderson County, which is southeast of Dallas. Jennifer Combs got in hot water with the city's police chief after she posted saying that she'd heard people had been hospitalized because of the town's water. And we are learning that she is not the only one to be arrested while speaking out about the city's water. Fox 4's David Sintendry joins us now with more. David.
Well, this was a quick decision by the grand jury, and now it is one of 2 arrests related to the water controversy that will not be moving forward.
I cover stories that get ignored.
Citizen journalist Winston Knowles goes by the name Otto the Watchdog.
And I focus on small towns because they need the most help.
And last week,
my name is Winston Knowles.
Knowles' 80,000 YouTube subscribers had live access of his arrest for holding up a sign outside Trinidad Police Department.
So I came out to Trinidad because I found out that the chief of police had arrested a lady for making a Facebook post.
On Wednesday, Fox 4 shared an exclusive interview with Jennifer Combs, a citizen journalist arrested for a Facebook post reading, "We have received reports that some citizens have been hospitalized due to bacteria in the water. This is a serious public health concern that deserves immediate attention."
There's a lot of people complaining about the water.
Fox 4 has received images from residents of deeply discolored water. City leaders admit there's a water issue that's been going on for years. Still, Chief of Police Charles Gregory believes no one has been hospitalized, and in a social media post of his own, said Combs' post creates fear, panic, or unnecessary emergency response within a community, charging her with felony false alarm or report. Combs, who says she was simply trying to investigate, maintains people have reported hospitalization, and the mayor says he's at least seen social media posts claiming the same.
We are in a crisis with the First Amendment right now.
So Knowles protested Combs' arrest with a sign we cannot show on television, reading, "Expletive, bad cops."
I don't like the bad part of the law enforcement. I like good cops.
18 minutes into Knowles' live stream, he was arrested, charged with misdemeanor disorderly conduct for the sign.
What they did to me was so clearly unconstitutional that any reasonable officer should have known better.
On Thursday, however, Trinidad's municipal judge says Knowles' case is being dismissed, and a Henderson County grand jury no-billed Combs' case, meaning it's dismissed due to a lack of evidence. Now, for unknown reasons, City Hall is closed until next Tuesday, while many wonder what exactly is going on with the water.
A lot of people had no idea that this was going on. Now they do.
The Texas Commission on Environmental Quality confirms to Fox 4 that it has an investigation into Trinidad's water situation. We reported that yesterday. We reached out to the agency earlier today to see if it has any sort of update, but at this point in time, we have not heard back. Casey, Heather.
All right, David Sintendry, thank you.
Stunning news in the...
All right. So like I said, very interesting story there. And I was not aware that if you make posts on social media and somebody becomes fearful, that's just a felony, just because somebody else felt fearful. Where the hell was all these people during COVID? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. They needed to sue the piss out of that police department. They're saying that the police arrested a woman for exposing poor water quality in the city. She was charged with felony false alarm because she was causing fear after she made a Facebook post. Then a YouTuber with a sign protesting bad cops. He was arrested for disorderly, which I've been telling you guys that shit for years. If you go outside and you say something somebody don't like, or you are dressed a certain way, or you raise your voice beyond reasonable levels, you are committing disorderly, and they can arrest you for that. They don't even have to prove this shit. It's like just an officer saying you did that, you're fucked. Like you're fucked. And when we cover these protesters and stuff, I've been saying that. When the law enforcement's like, well, there's nothing we can do. What do you mean? Yes, you can. There's sound ordinance. There's disorderly conduct. They're vague. They're very vague, and they're vague intentionally. So if they're bored and they want to arrest you, that's all they got to say. Disorderly or the whatever sound ordinance and stuff. And you see how Portland is. That's why I keep saying they want it that way. Otherwise, they do something about it because they can. I've been arrested for all kinds of shit. I've been arrested for fucking jaywalking. I wasn't even an adult, and I was roughed up for fucking jaywalking. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. But this shit, they need to sue the hell out of this police department. The guy with the sign saying fuck bad cops, okay, you might be able to prove disorderly on that, which they dropped the charges, so that's fine, they're off the hook. But the woman making a Facebook post and arresting her for it and then trying to give her a felony on top of that, ruining her life, like, I don't know. She needs to sue the hell out of them because that's wrong. And if they'll do it to her, they'll do it to somebody else. And so, I don't know. They need to do something about that because that shit is not right. Not at all. I was just saying, they are there for government overreach. Police don't stop crimes. They show up after it's over and try and figure out how many people they can put in a cement room. That's all they do. That's all they do. Judges do it. The lawyers, look how slimy lawyers are. They want all the money you got so they can go to court, make up stories that make you look good, and try and get you off the hook. You could be an awful person. You got enough money, they'll talk about you like you're Mr. Rogers. And they will try and get you off the hook. The whole justice system is corrupt. It is just useless. And on top of it being useless, it gets in the way from us being able to protect ourselves. Look at Daniel Penny, right? He was on the subway. Some crazy dude, Jordan Neely, walks in, whacked out on K2, talking about killing everybody. Daniel Penny hesitated. He didn't even get up and do something right away because you got to worry, if I go and save everybody, what's going to happen to me? Because good guys aren't protected. You know, it just, I mean, so many examples that we've covered that, I don't know, the police and the court and stuff, they are not here to help us. They're here to crack down on all of us. Either way, next up, Tulsi Gabbard resigning to care for her sick husband, which is really interesting. It's all these people that came in with President Trump in the beginning, they're all leaving. All of them are leaving. So now it's Tulsi Gabbard's turn. Now, she's got a pretty good reason, I believe. Either way, once again, Tulsi Gabbard resigning to care for her sick husband. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Coming back now with some breaking news. Tulsi Gabbard is resigning as the Director of National Intelligence, resigning from her post. Reports are in saying she plans to support her husband. The resignation takes effect on June the 30th, but her husband has a battle with an extremely rare form of bone cancer. Tulsi Gabbard notifying President Trump reportedly during a meeting at the Oval Office today. Again, her last day at ODNI is expected to be on June 30th. A formal resignation letter where reports say she talks about being deeply grateful for the trust you placed in me to the president and the opportunity to lead the office as the Director of National Intelligence for the last year and a half. Again, some major breaking news into us here. Tulsi Gabbard resigning from her post of Director of National Intelligence to care for her sick husband. We'll have more reaction to this in just a moment here. And obviously, thoughts with her husband battling this rare form of bone cancer.
Well, that is awful. Developing a rare form of bone cancer. Holy. Now, I'm pretty sure she was being moved around already, because we saw that Kristi Noem was being moved from Director of Border Patrol to some other position. I want to say Tulsi Gabbard was also being moved, but now she's just stepping down altogether. And like I said, it's interesting because this whole team of people that President Trump came in with, they're all being moved or they're stepping down and being replaced with other people. And it's interesting to see all these pieces moving. They're saying that Tulsi Gabbard is resigning to care for her husband that has a rare form of bone cancer. Her last day will be June 30th, and then we'll see who's going to take her place. Next up, influencer charged with alleged plot to murder singer in LA. And like I said, I don't know what the hell that title is. This woman and her dad were planning on murdering her kid's dad so she didn't have to fight him in court for custody, which makes me think she must be awful, because women usually get custody just like that. Like, just like that. So unless the mom's really an awful person and you can prove it, generally they're the ones that get custody automatically. So I'm thinking she's an awful person. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the water situation in Trinidad, Texas, and how these people were trying to raise awareness to it and got arrested for it, which is total bullshit. And then Tulsi Gabbard, who's leaving work to go care for her sick husband, which he's a pretty lucky guy, because there ain't a lot of women like that. Anyways, getting in the chat here. Zero. I'm sad to see her go, but I think she completed the job that she was assigned. Maybe General Flynn will be a temp. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll be announcing it pretty soon. Probably won't be until middle or the end of next week when they'll start talking about it. It might even be the week after, because we got a couple weeks until June 30th, through 4 weeks or so, because we're almost at the end of this month. 4 or 5 weeks. So I assume they'll be talking about it, referencing it, but we won't see it for a couple more weeks. Zero, could you imagine having to shower or bathe or cook with that water? I know, it looks awful. It looks awful. And they said that they're going to investigate the water, but they didn't arrest these people for no reason. You know, they didn't just go, hey, did you guys see this post on Facebook? Do you think we should go arrest her? Hell no. I'm thinking City Hall or something called up the police department and was like, hey, you need to go arrest these people because, you know, these reasons or whatnot, basically highlighting that the water quality is bad. It's just like Flint. They sent somebody to prison for a day or some shit because of the water in Flint being bad. The water in Flint is still bad. They found in Buchanan, which is on my side of Michigan, is down south in the state. They got lead water too. You know what they're doing about that? Nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. And I think that's real interesting how that stuff will be in the news. And they'll be like, man, this is all Trump's fault. Anyways, and just not fix it. Just not fix it at all. Super annoying. 10 man, the shit water. I know. It's awful. I don't trust the water here. I mean, the water's probably fine, but other than bathing, I don't use the water. I drink bottled water and stuff. Get all those microplastics. It's good for me. Russell, huge lawsuit coming? Yeah, I think they need to sue the police department for sure. What's up, Max Anger? Happy freedom to you. Max Anger, Tulsi's been boxed out of the meeting for a while now. I think she's done a good job, though. Yeah, I think so, too. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Rappy, Don Jr.'s ex-wife, Vanessa, was diagnosed with breast cancer. Just heard about that yesterday. That is too bad. Cancer sucks. It's bullshit. We're boycotting cancer. Fuck cancer. Don't say that outside, though. You'll be arrested for disorderly. Guess who? If it's Texas, then why are the water pipe? Let's see. Why are the water pipes now flowing with tequila? Is that how it works? I've never been to Texas. Pickle is going to be interesting to see if she turns into Marjorie Taylor Greene. Either way, prayers up for her husband. Yeah, because isn't Tulsi Gabbard, she wasn't like was she a Democrat? Or she was like an independent or something like that? I don't know. We'll see if she turns on President Trump. Rappy prayers for her husband. So sad. Yeah, absolutely. Colty, the laundry water after I wash my greasy ass work clothes doesn't look that bad. No, that water is awful looking. Guess who? Jeff will be her emotional support pool massage guy. I don't know. Isn't Tulsi Gabbard Native American or something? I don't know. Any Native American person I've ever met is mean. They're real mean. So I don't think she wants me to be her massage person. I don't like getting beat up on. Max Anger, Trump puts everyone front and center. Yeah, he does. He's pretty good about sharing the spotlight. I mean, he likes to be front and center himself, but he's not against highlighting other people and letting them kind of move up the ladder as far as recognition and stuff. Max Anger, better vote Republican. Yeah, they want that water fixed. They're going to have to do something. Tony Rez, no pants is disorderly, but fuck them. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's against our religion to wear pants. You can't make me do that, Mr. Officer. Mr. Policeman. Colty, I wouldn't give a dog a bath with water. Let's see. Water, that shit looked disgusting. Like dookie water. It did. I wouldn't want to touch it. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. Sly Dog, fire the police chief. Yeah. I can't believe they arrested those people. Not only did they arrest them, they were trying to charge that woman with a felony. I believe what she was charged with is the equivalent of yelling fire in a theater, which I think making a post on Facebook is not at all the same. I don't care what you say in the post, unless you're like threatening somebody, which that's a whole different crime. But I don't think you could say anything so scary in a Facebook post that it would actually be the equivalent of yelling fire in a theater. I just don't. And that's what they were trying to charge her with. Hooligans Island had to reset the laptop, the live win play. I was having trouble getting Rumble to play too, and I don't know why it's doing that. Growing pains, maybe. I seen Rumble Rick was talking about a bunch of new features that are about to come out on Rumble. Sly Dog, when did Crowder lie? It's not that he lies. It's not that any of these guys lie. It's that they're disingenuous about things. Like, you could see somebody doing something corrupt, but if they're a Republican, they won't say anything. They'll look the other way. They may even defend them, even though what they're doing or what they're saying is obviously suspicious. And every time I say something that I think is suspicious, something bad comes my way. People cancel their memberships, they leave, they go talk a bunch of shit about me, they write hate comments under my videos. And it's like, well, I'm not supposed to notice things. I'm supposed to just blindly follow these people. I'm supposed to just say, oh, it's okay when we do it, but it's not okay when they do it. And I don't like that. I don't like being a hypocrite. Not at all. Like, not at all. I like to stand all the way on everything I say and everything I feel, because it's what I actually believe. So, like, for example, President Trump said when he was still campaigning, that he was going to release the 911 files, and but he was being interviewed by Fox Business, and I've talked about this many times. But they were like, "Are you going to release the 911 files?" He was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Are you going to release the JFK files?" He was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Are you going to release the Epstein files?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of reputations on the line. I don't know if we're going to do that. But you know what? Let's start thinking about the J6ers. We're going to be doing this with the J6ers," and like redirected the conversation to be about the J6ers and did not want to talk about the Epstein stuff. And I said, well, I think that's suspicious. That seems suspicious to me. He kind of stagger stepped. He kind of backed up, and he redirected the conversation, which is manipulation. That's suspicious. People hated my guts over saying that shit. Why? If Biden would have did it, everybody would have been like, "Oh man, he ain't gonna release it, durka, whatever." But because it's Trump, oh, we need to look the other way. We don't get to point things out. Like, I don't like that. Nobody's perfect, and I wasn't saying that good, bad, or the ugly. I was just saying, hey, that sounds suspicious to me. Yeah, it's the same thing with Caroline Leavitt. She's doing the parking lot pressers, right? She comes out in the parking lot, she speaks to the press, 5-10 minutes or whatever. It's usually like 10-15 minutes, and wanders off. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We've covered it a lot. We've covered more parking lot pressers than actual press briefings. It's fine. What I said was, we would never accept that from KJP. If KJP came out and was like, hey, we're going to just start doing pressers from the parking lot, we would have been roasting her ass so bad. We were roasting her when she was in the press room. But to half-ass kind of do a press briefing from the parking lot, oh man, we'd have been flaming her up big time. But I said that about Caroline Leavitt. Oh no, I'm a piece of shit for that. Oh, okay. All right. And that's what I mean. It's not that Crowder and these guys are necessarily lying. It's they're telling you what you want to hear. They're not here to like get everybody on the same page. They're here to parrot what everybody else is already saying. And they all do that. And it works. It works great. Look at how good their business is doing and stuff. That's fantastic. But like I had said on the last live, I think it was yesterday, you don't tell your friends they're fucking up because you don't like them. You're telling them they're fucking up because you want them to do better. You're pointing out things that you're noticing that are kind of bad in hopes that they'll make better choices, that they will do better. You're pointing out flaws like, hey, this isn't really working, and we don't see it working for other people. We need to make these changes. Sometimes it hurts to hear the truth, but I get shit on for that. And it's because there's a fine line between like being on the same page and just being entertained. And I have an issue because when we started this, we were covering protesters. And so we were all analyzing everything. We were noticing the people in the crowd, noticing their behavior, noticing what they're wearing, noticing what they're saying, noticing how they're saying it. And we were all investigating everything we were watching. But when we cover President Trump or we cover a Republican, everybody just turns their investigative brain off except for me. And I'm like, hey, did you notice this? And everyone's like, fuck you, Jeff Mack. Don't you dare say that Melania is being suspicious with her speech. You know, it's like, I don't know. And that's what I mean when I say, maybe I shouldn't be so honest. Maybe I should just tell you guys what you want to hear. Maybe I should focus on entertainment instead of pointing out obvious things, you know? And so, I don't know. That's what I'm struggling with right now. And like I was saying yesterday, every day I get off the live and I feel bad because I feel like I'm letting you guys down. And it's because I'm stuck between being honest and just being entertaining. And I don't like being entertaining. I like being honest. And so I have an internal struggle right now. Anyways, reading through a little bit more and we'll move forward. What's up, Trickster? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy freedom to you if I can get you already. Colty, it's called constructive criticism. Yeah. The hard part is that we're not reaching the people we're criticizing. We're more or less just observing, so that's where people are getting offended. Slide dog, pick a time slot? You mean because we're late today? We were late today because we covered President Trump. That's another conflict. Do we not cover the lives because we need to be on time for Coffee with Hooligans? You know, do we play it late? It's hard because I'm only one person. Max Anger Epstein files will eventually come out later. Well, they've come out now, but what I was talking about was before they came out. Side dog. Well, that's fine that you feel that way. Guess who? Just going to Walmart yelling, "There's hot fire in these pants." No. They got all that facial recognition and stuff. I go in there acting like a saint. Anger God, I don't mind if you walk the line. Well, I don't know. Like I said, just noticing things isn't necessarily turning your back on these people. You know, like if President Trump is slurring his words and I'm like, hey, he sounds like he's slurring his words, people are going to hate my guts for that. But that doesn't mean that I don't like President Trump or I don't think he's doing a good job. It just means that I noticed he was slurring his words. And people take things too seriously. What was that story we covered the other day? Oh, that old lady went into Chick-fil-A or whatever. I don't even remember where it was now. She went into somewhere and got in a fight with his employees and they whooped her ass and then she died. And I was just like, we need to keep our hands to ourselves. And then somebody was like, are we advocating for beating old people? No, not at all. That's not at all what I was saying, but that's okay. I am here to be misunderstood. I was actually thinking about getting misunderstood tattooed right here on my face, right underneath my mouth, because you guys said I can't tattoo my face because it's like I fuck up no matter what I do or how hard I try. Oh, Pickles, it's because I'm dying from stress. I can only sleep 3 or 4 hours at a time, and then I wake up like alert, like the house is on fire. I'm just dying of stress, and I can't get rid of it. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Colty, my dad told me there's 2 things in this life that you never want to be, a liar and a thief, and I live by that. Absolutely. Colty, that's a good motto. Sam, where's guess Russell? He's on Grindr. You didn't even wait. I hope he comes storming up in here. Sam, no regrets. That's right. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy freedom. What's up, EFO? Happy freedom to you. EFO, what's the cause of death? What do you mean? Who died? I'm reading through the chat. Maybe you set it up here. Kyle Busch. Is that the NASCAR driver? I haven't figured that out yet. I think Zero posted a link, but I haven't been able to watch it yet. I haven't had any time. I've been going since 7 o'clock this morning. I haven't had a chance to do any extracurricular or anything. Salty Ginger, remember the backpacks with the pink tape on them on the J6 streams. Now the cop videos come out saying the undercovers will have colored wristbands or something like that to identify them. I'd have to look back through the footage. But yeah, see, and we were just talking about this yesterday or the day before. They wait so long to come out with this other information that people won't be outraged by it, like, at all. So if they came out, I mean, and they've come out and said that a lot of those J6ers were Fed boys. People don't ever repeat that, though. You hear these lefties out here talking shit about J6ers. You never hear them talking about the Fed boys and stuff, you know, or the police allowing them in, you know, moving the gates and opening the doors. You never hear them reference that stuff because it all came out afterwards. They create this big outrage and then they go through and correct it. And when they correct it, nobody's paying attention anymore except for us. And so these people will be loud, confident, and wrong all at the same damn time. What's up, Pure Blood? Happy freedom to you. Cheat chops, you can sleep when you die. I don't know. I'm just trying to like figure out what day that's gonna happen. What's up, Plukester? Happy freedom to you. Man. The NASCAR. Oh, you're talking about somebody else. Rob Bass died today. I don't know who that is either. He's an old school rapper? I'm surprised I haven't heard of him. Maybe I have and I'm just not thinking of it right now. Wrangle. Many going down from the jab? Yeah. That's what a lot of people were saying about the NASCAR driver. That's a lot of people are saying that they think he went down because of that. Snooks, Memorial Day. Oh, yeah. So it'll be hard to find news on Monday, but that's okay. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, we got an interesting story where this influencer, this woman, and her father were hiring a hitman to kill her child's dad because she thought that would be cheaper than battling in court for custody. I hope that's not a trend that women like are getting on, because that's awful. That is awful. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that you should go join jeffmaclive.com. Go set up your profile, create posts in Hooligans Alley. The forums and the group chats, plus watching the live, is a lot more fun with memes and gifs in the chat. There's tons of stuff to do and new things happening every day. Start with a free membership to check it all out. I'm going to drop this link really quick. It'll take you right to that page. Teasel, why are you writing Hangul in the chat? I didn't get a chance to see what it said. Alright, hooligans, there's the link. Go do the thing. Go do the thing. Getting into this video here, like I said, it's baby mama drama. Someone's like, what? I ain't got money for court. Let's just hire a hitman. It'll be cheaper. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
New at 5, a bizarre case unfolding after a Florida lawyer and his social media influencer daughter are accused of plotting to murder an LA man. A Hawaiian man is also caught up in this plot. Our Mark Cotto-Robles here now in the studio with the shocking details. Mark?
Yeah, Mark, good evening. The allegations here are disturbing. Gabriella, known as Gabby Gonzalez, a social media influencer, is accused in a murder-for-hire plot to kill her daughter's father. The couple was reportedly in a bitter custody dispute over their now 7-year-old child. The 24-year-old, with nearly 1 million combined followers on TikTok and Instagram, was in a Los Angeles courtroom this afternoon, and the LA County DA alleges that she wasn't working alone. In fact, 3 people facing 3 felony charges, including conspiracy to commit murder: her ex-boyfriend from Hawaii and her father, Francisco Gonzalez, a Florida attorney seen here in his mugshot. The alleged victim is singer-songwriter Jack Avery. He also has a major social media following with more than 1.4 million followers on Instagram. According to prosecutors, Francisco Gonzalez is accused of paying $14,000 to hire a hitman to kill Avery. Court documents allege that he, his daughter, and her then-boyfriend, as the middleman, arranged for Avery to be killed here in the Los Angeles area. Additional documents allege that Gonzalez believed it would be cheaper if Avery were dead than to continue the expensive custody battle. Now, the plot, it was never carried out, foiled by an undercover officer posing as a hitman. Gabby Gonzalez due back at court Thursday. She's being held on a $2 million bail. Her father expected to be extradited here to Los Angeles. Live in studio, Mark Cotto-Robles, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
What a bunch of dummies. She got her brain from her dad, apparently. Idiots. Full-blown idiots. They're saying that this woman and her father, both with a large online presence, because I don't like calling people influencers. I don't know who came up with that. That's a dumbass term, but anyways. Both of them have a large online presence. They were plotting to murder her child's father because she didn't want to go through a custody battle in court. They were willing to pay 14,000 doll hairs for a hitman. And surprise, surprise, the hitman was actually an undercover officer. We cover so many stories like that. Like that terrorist that just got arrested the other day. He was extradited from Turkey because he was trying to hire somebody here to attack mosques or something. I don't know. Just set up terror plots, and he sent over like $10,000 in Bitcoin. I don't remember what it was. Some amount in Bitcoin to get the process started. Well, he was sending that money to an undercover Fed boy. Like, stupid. So stupid. These guys watch too many movies. The only good hitman you could find would be hiring yourself. Otherwise, you're going to end up hiring a cop. I don't know. People shouldn't do this stupid shit. And $14,000 hairs, unless her kid's dad's really got some money, she probably, would have won. Just being a woman, she was already in the lead there when it comes to custody, but $14,000 hairs, she should have just went to court. Now she ruined her life, and dad gets custody. Oh, man. He's probably going to see her in prison. Take their kid with him. Say goodbye to mom. She's a dumbass. Like, I don't know. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Next up, reactions to the UFO files. Do you believe in aliens? Now, this is street interviews. It's not as good as Lefty's Losing It, but I tried to find something that was a little light as far as news goes as we transition into the fun stuff. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up, and then after this, we'll go ahead and hop in the chat. This video is not very long, but it's what we got. Like I said, reactions to the UFO files. Hit that like button, and let's get into this.
So, do you guys believe in aliens?
I kind of do.
No.
I think aliens are real.
Nothing out there.
The universe is so big, there has to be something else out there.
Not really.
I would like to believe in aliens.
I think it would be silly to say that they don't exist just based on probability.
So have the recent documents that came out about UFOs from the government changed your mind one way or the other?
It doesn't really sway my opinion any different from what it was.
Makes me believe in it more that there's like other beings out there.
With AI and everything, people just like fabricate a lot of images now, so it's kind of hard to tell.
I don't have a high trust of the American government.
I don't know.
I don't know if the government would tell us the truth about aliens.
I don't really know the agenda around aliens.
No, I don't trust governments. Governments have just got too much of an agenda.
I think I would befriend an alien.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of aliens.
Maybe they're not evil. They're just like living. Maybe we could coexist.
If they are advanced enough to come visit our planet,
if they're intelligent enough to make it all the way here,
I would hope to think that level of intelligence isn't full of malice.
I'd like to believe that they would be benevolent.
But who's to say, right?
I support patient and sober investigations into UFOs, even if they don't end up as juicy as people want them to be. I just don't think that's what we're gonna get. Not on this planet, anyway. Read my piece in free expression. Go to WSJ.com, find the free expression.
I don't know. Was he causing fear in that post? Felony false alarm. He was talking about aliens, and they were afraid. Well, hooligans, do you guys believe in aliens now that the UFO files are out? When we covered the videos talking about the UFO files being released, they were saying that this is information that they don't know where the source is, right? So if they're talking about UFOs, or they're talking about tech, or they're talking about whatever, they just don't know who made it or whatever. They were saying that it was not proof that aliens exist, but everybody feels their own kind of way about it. Like I said, next up we got the fun stuff. We got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Russell and is titled Prostitute. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Colty and is titled Winning the Argument but Losing the Fight. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this influencer and her dad, how they were going to murder her kid's dad because they didn't want to go to court, as well as the UFO files and all the doughheads on the street thinking their thoughts about it. Wrench, don't worry, they're too intelligent to take your ass. They're not coming to pick you up, buddy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about the alien stuff. Russell, is that what they want to do? They're here to steal the water and do rough stuff with the cows? Maybe. Could be. Send me on the illegal aliens, yeah. I believe those are real. What's up, Green Eyes? Happy freedom to you. Russell, you think aliens are real? Well, you're the one that works in defense. Russell is admitting that the aliens are real. We now know the truth. Russell, how do you even find a legit hitman? I don't think it's a real thing. I don't think it's something that Americans would have access to. I think it's some goofiness that somebody becomes desperate or stupid enough to look for it. There's Fed boys on standby with little flyers out there for people to, get caught up in the nonsense. I bet if you were outside of the country, there's probably people who actually do that stuff. But I think here in the U.S., if you try to find that, all you're finding is a Fed boy. Russell, well, that crackhead white girl just lost her daughter. Yeah. Yup. Zero, was she influenced? Idiots? Yeah, I'm thinking so. I don't even know who these people are. I've never seen them or heard of them before. They ruin their life over nothing. Custody sucks, but I wonder what she was actually charged with trying to hire a hitman, because they probably didn't just charge her with one thing. They probably charged her with a couple things to try and get something to stick, but chances are she's facing major time. Wrench, just contact Hillary for help. She knows people. Yeah, I think Hillary does it herself. I think she's like into it. Zero. I don't know what her name is. Let me see. I could try and figure it out real quick. I don't know if we can look at Instagram without logging in. I don't know my login information for that. That's another one of those things. I was just talking about how I'm so genuine compared to these other people out here. We covered a bunch of stories about how Instagram is allowing pedophile rings to exist. People on Instagram are using hashtags to find each other to pass and sell inappropriate child content. And then they also are like stealing images of kids and stuff from kids posting online, and nobody's doing anything about it. We covered like 3 videos that was talking about that. Facebook's not doing anything about it. And if you try to interfere with it, a lot of times you'll be the one to be suspended. At that point, I stopped using Instagram. People all the time hit me up and they're like, hey, what's your Instagram? I don't use it. Well, why not? Because that's where the pedophiles hang out. But no, I'm a piece of shit because I don't want to use it. It's like, I don't know. I can't win. Anyways, let me see. Gabby Gonzalez is her name. She's apparently she's big on TikTok too. We could actually find her on TikTok unless they scrubbed her stuff, which maybe they did. We'll see. See if we can find her really quick. See what kind of influence she's got. She's real influential. I'm so glad that's not in the screen. It's these bare-chested broads out here protesting. There was going to be titties all over the screen. That was about to be the end of my live streaming career. Let me see. Is this the real deal or is this a fake one? 500,000 followers is probably the real one. Does she got her tits out? No. All right. So I guess this is the girl. This is her TikTok. This was her TikTok. Now she lives inside of prison, so there's that. So let's click on one of her influential videos and see what's so great about Gabby Gonzalez here.
I'm working late 'cause I'm a singer. I'm working late 'cause I'm a singer. I'm working late 'cause I'm a singer. I'm working.
Oh, so influential. What I love is everyone smoking her in the comments here. That's great. So this person is saying what her other account is, like trying to direct people to her other accounts to leave crap. Says, I'm working late because I'm on the plotter. Smile, guys, we're in the documentary. I'm in jail because I'm conspired. Septum piercing theory. Armpit hair, believe it or not, straight to jail. Let's see. First time in a documentary, kind of nervous. Is anyone here after finding out the news? So she's going to do TikToks from jail. I didn't even think that was going to be a thing. The comments are funny. So yeah, that must be actually her. It was. What an idiot. Her bail's only $2 million, so, you know, that's cool. Let's see. If convicted, they are each facing 25 to life in state prison. So stupid. So stupid. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You know, obviously, she's kind of a silly person. You see her influence on the internet. She's, I don't know, kind of in the wind, it looks like. But her dad was there and was like, yeah, this is a good idea. We're going to spend $14K. We're going to take care of your baby daddy. Like, nobody, between those two idiots, nobody had enough brain cells to go, this probably is a bad idea. Like, I don't know. Fucking idiots. Anyways, reading through, and like I said, we got the fun stuff coming up next. 10-man weird young chick, yeah. Sam, I actually appreciate no boob jobs. Yeah. I don't care if chicks are flat-chested. Doesn't matter to me. Zero plotted to kill her baby daddy. Yeah, exactly. Russell, she's lame. She is kind of lame. She's a little bit too young for us. Russell, we want titties. I know, that almost happened. Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. What's up, Frizzy Texan? Happy freedom to you. Titties are great, but it's all about the ass. That's right. I don't know. I just want a girl that's nice to me. Like, at this point, I don't even care. I don't even care. I just want somebody to be fucking nice to me. They could be just dog face ugly. I don't care. They got to be actually a woman, and I just want them to be fucking nice to me because the world is awful. It is awful. Are you a tits or an ass kind of person? I'm a can you be kind to me kind of person. Bring me Gatorade when I'm sick. Pet my kitty. He's nice. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Come pet my kitty. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. Checking the comments. It tells all. Yeah, she's getting smoked in the comments. Angry God. I'd punch her more than once. I mean, yeah, she's calling hits out on people. Freely get texting. Woo, titties. What's up, Jazz? Happy freedom to you. Only got X and Rumble. Yeah. That's where the cool kids hang out. For the attacks and gross. So many kids have IG too. Yeah. I don't think kids should be on the internet. Not at all. She'd have to be 18 or even 21 to be online, as far as social media goes. Like, there's nothing really on social media that's good for kids. Not at all. I mean, even Google itself is hardcore, right? You Google some titties, you're gonna find some titties. But like when we were younger, there was a lot of gossip that we would hear, and I don't have an example right off the top of my mind, but a lot of times you would hear kind of like lore or like what do they call it, like urban legends and stuff. And it's because the only way we all heard information was through gossip, because we didn't have the internet. Now, you know, kids can look things up. They can be like, what does a zebra look like? Or where does an elephant live? And whatever. You don't have to guess. You don't have to sit there and find, you know, the Discovery Channel. You can just look it up and learn that stuff. And that's great. It's great to have access to that kind of stuff. Or to be able to, like, call people that don't live in the state, right? We used to have long distance. You had to pay for long distance. Now you can have Messenger or something like that. You can talk to somebody even outside of the country without having to pay for international calling, and like that's pretty cool. But like social media itself, there's nothing good for kids on there. And most of it's AI crap right now, and propaganda and stuff like that. So kids definitely shouldn't be on social media. Cass Hillary Killery. She's the only hitman I know of. Max Anger Paul comes here just for the weed. Well, that, you know, it's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Wrangle, I think she's a dumbass. She is a dumbass. What do you think they do with the money? So, like, they were going to pay $14,000 for this hitman setup, right? But they were paying an undercover cop. Obviously, the money's evidence. But what do they do with it afterwards? They just pocket it? They divvy it up for whoever's on the clock right there? Or maybe the agent that was undercover, they're like, nah, they said they got 10. Tell them you're going to need 14K. And he's like, all right. So he writes them back. I'm going to need 14K to smoke your baby daddy. They're like, we got it. Just send us over the bank account. We'll wire transfer it over. And they're like, oh, you got it. getting the mark up there. Cheese chops. I wear an XL t-shirt. Right mind? Oh, you're nice. I know you're nice. Some of these people out here mean though. Sandra's library, I think it goes into the victim fund. What is that? I've never heard of a victim fund. Does that mean it goes to Democrats all the time? Sam, just lower your sights? What do you mean? My standards are real low, buddy. They're real low. Like, I just need somebody who's nice. Like, that's literally it. It's like, can't do it. They don't exist. They're not out there. Sam, what is that? Posting the damn buffalo. Wrench. Now's the time to get an ugly one before the masks come back. Yeah, there you go. Zero mean as fuck. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Freely can text them, what are standards? I don't even know anymore. Max Anger, I'm mean because I'm tarded. I'm mean because I'm bitter. Thank you so much, EFO, for the $5 here's over on the Goof Tube. Hold on, because I think you did something earlier. Thank you so much, EFO, for the $20 donation and the $5 donation over on YouTube. You're a badass, EFO. Thank you so much for the support. You're awesome. Let me see here. This first one says, give my love to all the hooligans in the good. Let's see. What does this say? Rob Bass. Oh, talking about the rapper. And then the second one says, Californians in the generation of old and younger today were told to be good and listen to all. I'm not asking for my first. I appreciate you, EFO. Thank you so much. I like the way the super chats are now on YouTube. Very cool. Salty Ginger, I'm too nice so men don't find me challenging enough, I guess. I hate games. Well, it could be the kind of guys you're looking for, I guess. I don't know. I don't like games either. I don't like stress. I do not like stress. I find stress on my own. I don't need any assistance. Thank you so much, Colty, for the $2 here's over on Rumble. You're a badass, Colty. Thank you so much for the support. It says, good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, Colty. I appreciate you. All right, hooligans. Let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Russell and it's titled Prostitute. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Colty and it's titled Winning the Argument but Losing the Fight. Now before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you'd like to support the live in order to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box or you can even send crypto. Let's get these funny videos pulled up real quick. Maybe. If it'll let me do that. What did I just do? There we go. Getting into our first official funny video of the day. Like I said, it's provided by Russell and it's titled Prostitute.
Jail before? I said I have. What you been to jail for? I said I don't want to have this conversation at the table. I'm in front of people and there's a bunch of people I don't want to talk about this. Because once you say jail, everybody go, ugh. I said I'm not going to tell her. She goes, can I guess? So I was like, all right, go ahead, guess. She goes, okay. All right, like, so my mom been in jail before, okay. All right, you from the Bronx, like, period, or whatever, like. Turn around, let me look at you, okay. I got it. I said, you got it? She goes, yeah, I got it. I already know what you've been in jail for. I said, you do? She goes, yeah, I got it. What you think I've been in jail for? She goes, prostitute. You been in jail before?
Called it. Called it. She knew. Could spot it from across the table. Getting into our official funny video of the day. Like I said, this one was provided by Colty. And this is titled Winning the Argument but Losing the Fight.
What the fuck?
So you gotta let them fall asleep first. I told you they're fucking mean, man. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we are raiding out over on Rumble. Let me see, because I got another link I'm gonna drop too. What's up, Repub? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, there's a link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because you got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience a live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley and all the features over on the website. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Now, like I said, because it is Friday, we are going to be doing the voice chat. And with that being said, I'm going to drop a special link that I only drop on Fridays. And if you have not utilized this coupon, this will give you a free week with hooligan status over on the website. 7 days, no credit card, no goofiness. It's not going to ask you for money. It's not a trial. It's not any of that. You click the link, you fill out the information for your account. You will have 7 days full access to the website. You can join us in the voice chat today. You will have all week to enjoy all the features. You can watch the live. You can participate in Hooligans Alley and all the stuff. And then you can join us next Friday in the voice chat as well. So click that link. Like I said, free coupon for 7 days. No strings attached over on jeffmaclive.com with hooligan status. So definitely go utilize that if you haven't already, because we're going to be doing the voice chat right after Coffee with Hooligans. We're going to read through really quick. We get the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're going to raid out over on Rumble. Russell, head to the voice chat right after the pledge? Yes. I'm going to be heading right into the voice chat after this, too, because it's already almost 10 o'clock. Thank you for letting me know, Zero. Thank you so much, Colty, for the doll hairs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Colty. Thank you so much for the support. The first one says the memes, and the second one says, dude, check out the website. It's off the hook. Jeff did an awesome job creating it. Well, thank you, Colty. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support. Are you going to be joining us in the voice chat, Colty? I missed you last week. Everybody said you were totally hooligan material, though. It was full compliments when I walked through the door. I don't know if anybody told you that, but they were. And not everybody gets compliments in the voice chat, I tell you. It's not always that way. You got what it takes, Colty. Oh, I appreciate you, Max Anger. Enjoy your weekend as well. For the text now, Cuban. Mm-hmm. Max Anger, never leave angry. That's right. Appreciate you, Jess. Thank you for hanging out with us today. For the text, and don't go to bed with an itchy ass, you'll wake up with a stinky finger. Is that how it works? Words to live by, I guess. Colty, we're not forgetting the memes. The memes is for Free Speech Saturday, not on Friday. Because YouTube's here and Twitch is here and they're too sensitive for the memes. All the memeage. For the text, look at Lazy Klaus. I know. This whole cat right here. Mm-hmm. He already had his fancy feast, that's why. Look how docile he is. Repub, what are you talking about? Who's going to be here? Found your wife online in China? She's going to be there for Thanksgiving? For real? Well, congratulations to you. You got to convert her, though, because everybody who grows up in China, they're automatically a Chinese spy. You got to convert her. For the text, and the only games I like are video games and laptop games. That's what I'm saying. We're a little too old to be playing games. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Deb? Happy freedom to you. You guys are getting the use out of the Rumble bot. I'm glad, because we spend like $8 a month. And I know it's not a lot, but sometimes we're not utilizing the Rumble bot to its full potential. Culture could be in the voice chat. Badass. Repub, I did my due diligence. Believe me. I believe you. I'm just giving you shit. Efo Bush, are you asking? Everybody in the chat is gonna be like, drop a 1 if you're rocking a full bush today. Right Mind Klaus has had it, covering his eyes and all. I know. It's been a long day. It's been a long day here at the house. The House of Klaus. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. Ahem. Sam cracking me up. Russell, you got a song for the voice chat? Awesome. I got a reminder I remember I had to write down. I'll have to go through it. Sam, website's the best site. Nah, I appreciate you, Sam. What's up, Doss? Happy freedom to you. Hooligans Island. We'll give it a gander here in a second. All right, Hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. So we're going to raid out over on Rumble, but of course we have to cut off Twitch because the community guidelines over there are too soft for a raid because they tried to strike us for it before, those bastards. So we have to cut off Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, you'd like to be a part of the raid, you're welcome to join us over on X, Blaze, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, or jeffmaclive.com. Otherwise, we'll see you Twitch Hooligans on Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Because we do not have Twitch or YouTube tomorrow. It is Free Speech Saturday, and we don't have time for soft-ass community guidelines on Free Speech Saturday. So, do the thing. Everybody else just sit tight, because we got this raid coming up. Flip that switch. Refresh the page. Make sure we're dicks connected. Bam. Good to go. Let's see. Who we raiding to? We got raided out a lot earlier, and we had a bunch of people stop by. We had Toasty stop by. We had Angel stop by. We got raided by Viva Fry. We got raided by we had Boiling Point stop by. We got raided by somebody else too. Oh, Alistair raided us. We had all kinds of people stop by during that Trump live. Let me see. Have we raided Rotella yet? Because I want to say we were going to, and I think he had something on the screen I couldn't show. We have not raided Rotella yet. I think today we got to raid the Rotella. At least once a week, got to raid the Rotella. I know Cat Dog's live. He's lots of fun, but Rotella's getting the raid today. Because I think there was twice this week I was going to raid him, and then something happened both times. Let me make sure we did that correctly. Alright, good to go. Hit that like button as soon as you land. And let's get raiding, you hooligans.
Jeff Mack raised the stream. Hooligans, we're almost done, but I'll hang out and talk to you guys for a little bit. Jeff Mack raised the stream. Ballyho. And we just got done with a documentary on Aleister Crowley and the Golden Dawn. Jeff Mack, let us know. 1 second. Let's put Jeff Mack on the stream if we can. Let's see here. There he is. So Jeff Mack, tell us. 2 questions. Have you heard of Aleister Crowley? Yes or no? And then, have you heard of the Golden Dawn? Yes or no? Let's see how Jeff Mack answers here. Let's see. No on the first one. No on the second one. Jeff Mack. We're going to broaden your horizons, my friend. Broaden your horizons. Everybody, if you're not following Jeff Mack, make sure to make sure to follow the Jeff Mack. Hit that follow button. Sharon, sir, can you please put it inside the chat? We're going to go back to chat with the chat. We're almost done here, but Jeff, Mr. Mack, thank you so much. Great to see you, sir. You look great. The hair looks great. I mean, this isn't getting any better, right? I gotta do what Jeff just did too. I gotta shave it again also. Jeff does it because he wants to. I do it because I have to. Well, hi, hooligans. Welcome in, Ballyho. JTY joining us. Hello, JTY. We're twins. We're twinsing. We're twinning. Republitarian inside the chat. Court. Did you guys like Beautiful Lies that my wife wrote? Says Court. Did you guys like Beautiful Lies that my wife wrote? Sounds like a Whitney Houston song. Rappy inside the chat. Ballyho Rappy, nice to see you. Jeff Mack with some Hulk Hogan emojis. Yeah, man. Hogan. Ballyho to Hogan. Jeff Mack says, let's get those likes up. I mean, you can't argue with the guy, can you? Come on, hooligans. Bally hooligans. JTY says, I'm ready for a haircut. You know what? you know what? Once there's no hair to cut, or once you're like losing the hair to cut, you save like 30, 40, 50 bucks every time if you just shave it yourself. I was going to like a nice barber because I liked like the whole area, and they would like shave, and you know, you could have a beer while you're waiting and stuff. I'm saving 50 bucks now. JTY says, I look like Jesus. I think you mean a doctor. Arm says, I haven't been to the barber in over 20 years. Congratulations, Arm. Congratulations. Jeff Max says, that's right. We're saving the cash for more important things. What's the more important things? What's the more important? What else do I need to do but stream? I haven't been out of my cabin for 17 months. 17 is happening, everybody. Beer? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. True. Ronnie says beer. Yeah. Is that the streaming secret? I think the streaming secret is we all drink cheap beer. I don't know what Mr. Mac drinks. I mean, I'm fucking drinking Bush at the moment, everybody. Look at that. Honestly, I should be getting a sponsorship from Bush. If we cut out the if we cut out the beer expensive, we could probably be a full-time streamer right now. That's right, it's like our spinach. See, look at what you've done. Look at what you've done, Jeff. Now there's fucking beer all over my desk, all over my mustache. Goodness gracious. What are we gonna do with this guy? Arm says British 8.7 cider. Don't waste it, please. It's in this commemorative cup that you can buy. Well, actually, it's not even for sale. Mr. Otella going stone cold Steve Austin. JTY likes the Bush. What, like it's the 70s? Jeff Max says, nice Yeti. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff hanging out inside the chat. I've been watching you. I've been watching you watch me. I've been watching you watch me. See? The dude's still here. He's still here. I've been watching him watch me. How fucking creepy is that? Dustin having a good time. Valley hosted Jeff Mack inside the chat, everybody. Please follow Jeff Mack. Please follow Jeff Mack. This is what's great about this is the only time that we ever communicate. I love that. Like some of the only times I speak during the day is when I'm on stream. That's why Arya, my cat, is all over me all the time. Oh my God, he's finally talking. Okay. We're going, we are, Court. Hello, Court. Beer, Snickers, bars, and chocolate milk. You can live on that. Well, I mean, I do have an air fryer. I'm living a little bit better than that. You too, Jeff. You too, Jeff. It's true. I'm always... Yeah, man. We should be always working. We should be always working. Don't talk to me unless we're on stream. And I won't talk to you unless we're on stream. I love the fucking relationship. I think it's great. It's all documented. I don't want people bothering me. I don't talk to anybody unless I'm on stream. Don't fucking bother me. All right. We got to throw it over to Ronnie, everybody. Ronnie's going live tonight. Thank you, Bally Hooligans, the Hooligans, everybody. We love it. We're co-workers. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll see you at the fucking water cooler, Jeff. All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you for the raid, bro. We'll see him at the water cooler dome. Holy shit. All right, we gotta throw things over to Ronnie here. Bring your lunchbox. Who? Did the wife pack you a sandwich today? Oh my God, what do you think about the weather and the traffic as we drove here? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be throwing things over to Ronnie any second here. Thank you, Jeff.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Very nice. Jay Tyler is over there talking about women in their bush in the chat. And I'm watching Rotella skip over these comments. He doesn't want to read that stuff out loud, but I think it's funny. Anyways, reading through the chat really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow for Free Speech Saturdays Coffee with Hooligans. As close to 5 as I can get it. I was going to be close to on time today, but then Trump went live, and I'm just going to blame Trump today. Anyways, reading through. Zero, Mr. Rotella's fun. Yeah, he is. The Rotella. Pickles, what was creepy? What's up, Abby girl? Happy freedom to you. Thank you, Rappy. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. Pickles. Oh, yeah, he was on a premium live yesterday. That's what it was. Thank you for reminding me. Happy freedom to you, Corley. Yes, everybody was saying nice things about your song. Wrangle, I don't know what any of that is. I don't know what you're talking about. They might. Right, mine. Yeah. Hanging out with the Rotella. It was a liveception. Right, mine. Invite the Rotella to voice chat. I never thought about that. Could do that. Appreciate you, EFO. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Colty, he's a riot. Yeah, he is. Zero. Voice chat sounds good. Yeah, I'll be hopping in the voice chat pretty soon. It's already past 10. You struggling? Look, we're watching you. You're having a hard time. Having a hard time there. That's a whole bowl of Klaus. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time for Free Speech Saturdays Coffee with Hooligans. Once again, no YouTube, no Twitch tomorrow because it's Free Speech Saturday. But we will be live on X, Blaze, Kick, Rumble, as well as jeffmaclive.com. So keep that in mind for Free Speech Saturday tomorrow. Get yourself a membership for the website so you can join us in the voice chat today. We do it every Friday. It's always a lot of fun. We listen to music and research things, and a lot of times we end up talking about guns we have, guns we wish we had, ammunition for the guns that we think are the coolest. Sometimes we watch YouTube videos of people shooting those guns. There's all kinds of good stuff going on in the voice chat, so you should definitely get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can join us in the voice chat, or use that coupon that I posted in the chat. It'll give you a free 7 days. No credit card required. It's not going to ask you for money or anything like that. It's just a free week with hooligan status. So definitely utilize that if you'd like to be a part of the voice chat. Like I said, we're going to be starting right when I end the live. There's hooligans heading there right now. I'm going to try and eat something quick. I'm not going to be able to eat dinner, but I'm going to have to eat a snack or something because I'm sitting here starving. I didn't eat yesterday, and I haven't ate yet today. And I got to eat something because I'm usually not a whole lot of fun when I don't eat. So join us in the voice chat. It's always a good time, but if I don't see you, I will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you so much for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Go find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe, and I will try and do the same. And make your way back to us tomorrow, like I said, 5 p.m. Eastern time for Free Speech Saturdays, Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.